Hey everyone, and welcome to today's class where we're going to look at Python for the very first time. If you don't already have Python installed on your computer at home, I'll put a link in the description where you can get it. So this window over here is Python's idle shell. It is a window where we can type Python commands to see what they do. So let's try some. I can type a number in here. Let's type 2. And it shows it back on the screen to me. I can also do some math. 2 plus 4 is 6. Now, what does a multiply look like? Let's have a look. Since keyboards don't have a multiply sign, the generally accepted sign for multiply is the asterisk, or the star that's just above the 8 on the keyboard. So, if I want to know what 2 times 4 is, I would go 2 star 4. And there we go, it's 8. Now what does a divide by look like? So just like most programs, Python uses a forward slash for a divide by. So if we want to know what 4 divided by 2 is, we go 4 forward slash 2. I press enter and there we see the answer, 2. Okay, that's enough math for today. We're not here to learn math, we're here to code. So, you can't just type any word into Python. Same as with Scratch. You can't just use any block that you want. You can only use the blocks that they give you. So with Python, you can only use the words, the Python words that they give you. Like for instance, we can't just type hello, because hello is not a word that Python understands. If I press enter now, it spews on the screen, because hello is not defined. Do you remember when we were little, in Scratch we had the say hello block to make things appear on the screen? To do the same in Python, we use the print command. So we have an open and a close bracket, and everything we want to appear on the screen, we'll put inside the brackets. So if we want to make hello appear on the screen, we'll go print hello, and there it is. Did you notice that I put little quotation marks before and after hello? This is to tell Python that it must not try and understand what I'm telling it. It must just accept what I'm giving it and use that. So if I print hello without the quotation marks, we see the same complaint from Python again. So what else could we do in Scratch? Do you remember the ask what's your name and wait block? Well, to do the same in Python, we use input. Also with our brackets, and also with quotations, to tell Python, don't try to understand what I'm giving you, just use it. So if we input, what is your name? It printed on the screen, wait for me. I'll say CoderDude. And here we see CoderDude on the screen. Okay, what else was there? Do you remember variables? If you wanted to use a variable, you had to click on make a variable, give it a name, and then Scratch will create it for you. And then if you want to put something inside the variable, you can use the set block to put, for example, 5 inside of x. In Python, it's a lot easier. If you want to make a variable, you just type its name, and if you want to put something inside of it, you just go equals 5. So now 5 is inside of x. If we type x, we'll see 5 on the screen because that's now what is inside of x. We can of course do some math with it. What is x plus 5? It's 10 of course. But you know that the proper way to show something on the screen is to use the print command. So if we print x, we'll see 5 on the screen. Notice this time I didn't put the quotation marks around it, and it printed what was inside of the variable x. So what would happen if we put quotation marks around x? Then we tell Python, don't understand what I'm giving you, just use what I'm giving you. And in this case it was the letter x, so it showed x and not what was inside of x. If you want to print more than one thing at a time, side by side, all you do is you type them with commas in between, like type the words I am, then what is inside of x, and then years old. Looks like this. I am 5 years old. Because 5 is inside of x, and it was not in inverted commas or quotation marks. Okay, now let's see if you can remember how you put something inside a variable. Easy, right? You just go x equals something, and that something will go inside the variable. Remember that a variable is like a bucket or a holder that catches whatever we throw at it. So if we don't have a bucket to capture something, it'll just fall on the floor or show up on the screen here. But if we have a bucket like x equals, then it doesn't show on the screen. Did you notice that when we had the input "what is your name," we didn't use a variable to capture the answer? So because we didn't have a bucket to capture it, it just fell on the screen there. So if we want to store it to use it again later, we need to go answer equals input. This way we have a bucket to capture the data that we throw at it. So if we go answer equals "what is your name," input "what is your name," and output "coderdude," this time it didn't drop it on the floor like previously. Now it's inside of answer. To test it, let's quickly see what is inside of answer. Let's print answer. There we see coderdude. Our bucket caught it. So now we can use it again later. For example, in a print command, we can go print hello, the answer, and some more text. It looks like this. Okay, so there you have it. The introduction to Python. Now what I need you to do is go make a program that asks "what is your name?" and then shows "hello, whatever you typed in, that is a cool name." Good luck!